Roller coaster day for cryptocurrencies in what has been a wild week, losing $125 billion in total market cap on fears of regulatory crackdowns and perhaps price manipulation. Bitcoin at one point today was down nearly 15%, dropping below 7,700. Neu Ner is the founder of OnChain Capital, the host of CNBC Africa's Cryptotrader, which is the only show out there devoted to cryptocurrencies. He's also, by the way, an investor in cryptocurrencies. Ron, great to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
Great to have you in EC. In terms of the price swings that we've seen, you actually said that you thought we'd see 7,500. We did, basically, and we bounced. What was it about that level, and do you think that will hold?
Look, I've been tracking Bitcoin since last year, and we went up from 7,500 up to 20,000 in anticipation of the futures. The futures were kind of like a non-event. The event was a momentum play where people started to get into cryptocurrencies. So you had these people, these retail investors, getting into cryptocurrencies for possibly all the wrong reasons. They got into it because of the fear of missing out. They got into it because they wanted to get in to make the money without understanding the technology. And the market went up. But then the market started to come down. And then everyone who didn't understand the technology turned around and said, hold on, what did we actually back here?
So is 7,500 the level at which you think a lot of weak hands, so to speak, got in, and so now they're shaken out, so 7,500 is that support?
I think they got in pretty high, but I think between 10,000 and 7,500 was the exit point for them. And I think that what you can see now is that the market's starting to recover a little bit. So I'm expecting the market to hover here for a little bit nervous, and then I'm expecting some kind of something to bring up a green candle, and that will start the momentum back up again.
It's been a terrible week for Bitcoin in general. You've said that you believe Bitcoin is a store of value. Is it still a store of value if it goes down with every other asset class? It's obviously being seen as any other risk asset out there which is being sold off, whether it be stocks or bonds or gold.
It's a store of value, but it's a new store of value, and there's not mass market adoption yet. And as we get mass market adoption, then we can expect for it to become the universal store of value. But I always say, if we're going out to run a marathon, we've just parked our car and picked up the goodie bag. We haven't even got to the start line of cryptocurrencies. The technology isn't ready to go mainstream yet. It's very hard to open an account. It's unscalable. So yes, there is a new digital gold, a new digital store of value. I think Bitcoin is the store of value, but the game hasn't even started yet.
I wanted to ask you, do you think governments ultimately will sit by and watch Bitcoin rival their currencies, the euro, the yen, the dollar?
I think when you start discussing currencies, that becomes different. And I think in time, yes, governments are going to have to accept a new form of digital currencies, and who knows what that will do. But I don't believe that Bitcoin today, as it stands, is a currency. I believe that today, Bitcoin is actually a store of value. And then the question is...
Hold on. If I started off the year and agreed to work the year for 6 Bitcoin, I was making 120 grand. Now I'm making, what, 50 grand? So as a store of value for my labor, the value of Bitcoin just got cut more in half. So it ain't storing any value for me.
Yes, it has, because if you started off last year with Bitcoin, you would have started at 900 bucks, and you still would be 10x up. Now, I look at your board over there. I don't see any stocks that are 10x up since last year. So it just depends on a time frame. You've picked the worst 30 days that we've seen in Bitcoin's 2-year history.
Store of value doesn't cut my salary in half in a year.
To be fair, gold is viewed as a store of value, and the price fluctuates as well. Maybe not as much as that. Not as much as that.
I think a store of value has a certain consistency.
We got to leave it there.
Debate continues.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.